Hello everyone and welcome to another I Pick My Butt video. We're playing more Archero today, and yes, you read it. Is the staff the best weapon in the game? And the answer is yes and no. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down the pros, the cons, the best abilities, and even some hidden stats in there too. And if you're new to the channel, you like Archero, why don't you hit that like and subscribe, because we'll be bringing you a ton more content on this game. Now, the staff has an attack modifier of 1 and an attack speed modifier of 1. And what this means is if you're going in with 1,000 attack damage, each missile is going to do 1,000 damage. And these are the same exact numbers for the Brave Bow, but the difference is the Stalker Staff is going to have a startup delay. And I think the best way I can explain this is imagine when your character finally stops and goes to fire, the first shot doesn't fire. It's just the second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on that's doing the damage. Until you move, then it's going to reset. And you heard me in the beginning when asked, is the staff the best weapon in the game? I did say yes and no. And my personal opinion is that both the staff and the spear are currently the best weapons in the game. And if you want more info about the spear, well, sit tight because we'll be bringing you that video shortly. You probably noticed that one of the first power-ups I picked was Diagonal Arrow. And this one is actually an OP setup for having the staff. At the right distance, all three of them will actually hit with the staff's homing ability, which means you're going to be doing 3 times the damage. Another great combination with this is going to be the use of multi-shot. But what if you came to the option of having to choose between multi-shot and diagonal arrows? Which one would you choose? Well, keep in mind that multi-shot is going to do a 10% reduction in damage and 15% reduction in speed. And with having the diagonal arrows having the homing ability, it's almost like having 3 arrows firing forward, which means you're not going to lose any damage and you still have a good chance of at least 2 of them hitting. Now, if you were lucky enough to get diagonal arrow and you come across front arrow, I would still say stay away from it. And the reason behind it is, if you remember, front arrow is going to do a 25% reduction in damage. But also, when you're using front arrow with diagonal arrow, you don't really get that same 3 homing ability like you do just from using diagonal arrow alone. And if you happen to get a second diagonal arrow, what that's going to do is put 5 arrows on the screen. It's also going to reduce the distance between each arrow, which means the main 3 coming out of the center are going to be grouped together, causing you to hit the targets a lot easier. Now, another downfall of using this staff is sometimes the targeting's a little wonky. You'll be targeted on one enemy and your arrows will be going to a totally different one, which could be really annoying. So this weapon really utilizes having as many arrows as you can on the screen and really with that homing effect. Although the side arrows, it doesn't really seem like they're perfect, but they do definitely help at times. So use your discretion if you want to get those or not. But the big complaint going around is there's so much going on the screen, people are having a hard time seeing projectiles. I myself can kind of see through them, but that might be something that could deter you from using this weapon. But I will say, only having a level 30 great staff, I'm already doing more damage and clearing out boards quicker than any of my level 50 perfect epics. So keep in mind, I do need to have diagonal arrows to get that progress. But for my opinion, I'm loving this weapon. I'm switching over to it and using it, as you can see in the videos here. Really though, the downfall of the slow startup, the projectiles on the screen, even the wonkiness of how this thing acts, I'm still finding this to be OP, and it really is helping me out. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you like this? Do you like the spear? Are you sticking with your old weapons? Post down there, and check out some of these art videos at the end. But thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.